it's Amanda here to see you again on the Mystery of History. We are at the Immigration Museum and we have brought in Eliza and Amelia, college professors from Clemson, to teach us a little about Ellis Island. So, Eliza, can you tell us something about Ellis Island?
Sure. Ellis Island was an island that immigrants would have to go through before settling down in their new home. They would spend weeks on the boat before they got there and would be starving and exhausted when they arrived. Then they would have to be checked for diseases, otherwise they might spread them and bring a new disease to America.
Oh, I see. But why were so many people so motivated to come to America? And why is it called Ellis Island?
Well, some came for religious freedom, others came to find political liberty, or to escape persecution, or to have more economic opportunity. The first immigrant to pass through was Annie Moore when she was 15. Ellis Island was named after Samuel Ellis, the last private owner of this island.
What if you were sick at Ellis Island, or what if some of your family were sick or had a disease?
If you were sick or had a disease, you would become medically certified. If you were under 12 and were very sick, you would be sent back to your country with a parent. If you were under 12, you would be going alone. I would not want that to happen to me.
120,000 people were sent back and about 3,500 died on Ellis Island.
What kinds of tests did they do on the immigrants?
They would check the hair, neck, hands, and face first, and then they would see the eye doctor. At the eye doctor, they would check for diseases like trachoma. Trachoma is a disease that can eventually blind you.
How long would it take if you had no problems?
Good question. It would usually take about 2 to 5 hours.
After they got checked, immigrants would head to their new home. Most immigrants were poor, so they lived in slums, which were a worn-down part of a city. They would make their home in tenements. These were sometimes shared by many people, but the tenements were very small. They sort of looked like large sheds.
Oh, that's terrible. Where would they work? How would they find a job?
A lot of immigrants were factory workers. It's not the job I would have chosen. It's very hard work, and sometimes it's not a safe environment.
Did you know between 1870 and 1924, 26 million immigrants came to America?
Well, I've heard that 1/4 of people in the U.S. that at the time were immigrants. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. But it is also true that half the United States can trace back to at least one person who passed through Ellis Island.
What impact did Ellis Island have on America?
Ellis Island helped people get into America without having to look for a random place to get into the U.S.
Is Ellis Island still in use?
Ellis Island is abandoned, but
it is still open for tourists. You should probably go there and visit it, or maybe this museum.
Well, that about wraps it up, folks. Eliza and Amelia, thank you for joining us today. For those who are watching, I hope you learned something new on The Mystery of History. Bye!